6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Kanuz Ashraf. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says Pakistan and China share the common vision of peaceful neighborhood for development and progress. Supreme Court of Pakistan, taking notice of protests set in at Faizabad and Islamabad, has sought report from the government as to what steps it has taken to safeguard the rights of the citizen. Pakistan-China Joint Cooperation Committee on CPEC met in Islamabad today to approve a number of development projects under the corridor. In the Indian-held Kashmir, troops in fresh act of state terrorism have murdered 3 more Kashmiris. The US Congress members have termed Myanmar government's crackdown on Rohingya Muslims as ethnic cleansing. In the National T20 Cup in Rawalpindi today, Lahore Whites beat Peshawar by 27 runs. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahid Haqqan Abbasi has reiterated resolve to further strengthen Pakistan-China strategic cooperation. He was talking to visiting Chinese Assistant Foreign Minister Kong Xuanyou, who called on him along with his delegation in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister expressed satisfaction over the close cooperation between Pakistan and China on all issues of bilateral importance, including high-level interactions, CPEC, trade, security, and situation in the region and Afghanistan. Shahid Haqqan Abbasi emphasized the need to further intensify cooperation on all CPEC projects relating to human development and livelihood, education and health to ensure trickle-down benefit to the common man. He noted that CPEC energy and infrastructure projects are progressing smoothly and achieving timely attainment. The Prime Minister stated that both China and Pakistan share the vision of a peaceful neighborhood for development and progress of the two nations. Ambassador of Chile, Jean-Paul Torot, called on Prime Minister Shahid Haqqan Abbasi in Islamabad today. During the meeting, the Ambassador of Chile conveyed greetings and well wishes of the leadership of Chile and expressed the desire to work for strengthening Pakistan-Chile relations. The Prime Minister also underscored the need for greater trade and economic cooperation between the two countries. He said that Pakistan and Chile enjoy cordial relations marked by cooperation at the multilateral fora. The 7th meeting of Joint Coordination Committee of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor was held in Islamabad today to review and approve various development projects in the Mega Development Project. Minister for Planning and Development Ahsan Iqbal and his Chinese counterpart jointly chaired the meeting. Around 150 high officials from Pakistan and China attended the meeting, along with the chief ministers of the provinces and Prime Minister Azad Kashmir. The representatives of private sector, including trade and industry chambers, and also participated in the meeting for the first time. Speaking on the occasion, Ahsan Iqbal said that 7 JCC in Pakistan is a milestone towards realizing the CPEC. He noted that people of Pakistan valued multifaceted cooperation extended by government and people of China to Pakistan. President Mamnoon Hussain has emphasized the need for imparting different skills to students beside formal education. He was talking to Chairperson of National Commission for Human Development, Razina Alam, who called on his in Islamabad today. The president said this would help them earn their livelihood. During the meeting, Chairperson of National Commission for Human Development presented annual report of the commission to the president. Supreme Court of Pakistan has taken notice of Faizabad's sit-in of a religious party at Faizabad interchange, causing inconvenience to the public due to blockade of roads between Rawalpindi and Islamabad. The court has issued notices to Secretaries Interior and Defence as well as IG Police of Islamabad and Punjab. The court has sought report on Thursday as to what measures have been taken to safeguard rights of citizens. Hearing of NAB reference against Finance Minister Ishaq Dar has been adjourned till 4th of next month. Judge of the Accountability Court, Islamabad Muhammad Bashir, heard the case. The court rejected the plea of Ishaq Dar for exemption from personal appearance in the court. Corps Commander Peshawar Lieutenant General Nazir Ahmad Butt visited forward areas of Bajor Agency on Pak-Afghan border today. During the visit, he was briefed on cross-border attack attempt by terrorists on 13th of this month and overall security situation in the agency. The Corps Commander lauded troops for their commitment to stop cross-border movement of terrorists. Minister for Defense Engineer Khurram Dastagir Khan visited the residence of Captain Junaid Hafiz Shaheed, who was martyred in cross-border attack by militants from Afghanistan in Bajor Agency. He laid floral wreath at the grave of the martyred. The minister also met the family of Captain Junaid and paid tribute to Shaheed and his family for the great sacrifice for the motherland. This is Radio Pakistan. AJK Prime Minister Raja Farooq Haider Khan has said that a comprehensive policy in consultation with all political parties of the state would be framed to advocate Kashmir cause at international level effectively. He was talking to Chairman Kashmir Council Europe Ali Raza Syed, who called on him in Islamabad today. Myanmar's de facto leader Aung San Suu Kyi has said that talks with Bangladesh authorities this week will focus on safe and voluntary return of Rohingya Muslims. Talking to reporters after Asia-Europe meeting in capital today, she hoped discussions with the Bangladesh foreign minister on the issue would expedite the process. Members of United States Congress have said Myanmar's crackdown on Rohingya Muslim minority bears all the hallmarks of ethnic cleansing. Democratic Senator Jeff Merkley told reporters at the end of the visit to Bangladesh and Myanmar that they were profoundly disturbed by the violent and disappropriate response against the Rohingya by the military and local groups. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has declared the end of Islamic State in neighboring Iraq and Syria. In an address broadcast live on state TV today, he admitted that remnants of the militant group will continue in the two countries, but their foundation and roots have been destroyed. In Nigeria, at least 50 people were killed in a suicide attack in Adamawa State. Abubakar Ottoman, a police spokesman in the state, said a suicide bomber hit a mosque in the town of Mubi. In Saudi Arabia, heavy rains splashed parts of the country today, causing floods and closure of roads and schools. The Center for Crisis and Disasters in Makkah region closed a number of roads in Jeddah due to heavy thunderstorms, accompanied by active winds that limited vision. It also warned people to strictly avoid going down to the valleys or approaching flood waters. Cricket. In the National T20 Cup in Rawalpindi, Lahore Whites beat Peshawar by 27 runs. Earlier, Lahore Whites scored 163 runs for loss of 4 wickets. In reply, Peshawar scored 136 runs all out. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, foggy conditions are likely to prevail in few plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during morning hours. To end the news, headlines once again. Prime Minister says Pakistan and China share the common vision of peaceful neighborhood for development and progress. Supreme Court of Pakistan, taking notice of protest sit-in at Faizabad and Islamabad, has sought report from the government as to what steps it has taken to safeguard the rights of the citizens. Pakistan-China Joint Cooperation Committee on CPEC met in Islamabad today to approve a number of development projects under the corridor. In the Indian-held Kashmir, troops in fresh act of state terrorism have martyred 3 more Kashmiris. The US Congress members have termed Myanmar's government's crackdown on Rohingya Muslims as ethnic cleansing. In the National T20 Cup in Rawalpindi today, Lahore Whites beat Peshawar by 27 runs. That is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com, Radio Pakistan News Official.